This is what I look like after I've gotten home, after I've DJ'd and danced a 2-hour set on a Monday night after a full day of work. I mean, I walk my dog, but I haven't done anything else. This is as real as it gets, y'all. I'm so flippin' tired. I'm going to clean up and caffeinate. It is midnight, but I'm gonna caffeinate so I can do this VEDA for the 5th day of August. I think it's the 5th day? I'll be more awake after the title card. Yeah, title card. And now, because time is linear, it is in the future, and it is actually Tuesday, Paul Talkers. Happy Tuesday. This is what I look like after I have showered and caffeinated myself a little bit and put on my nighttime lotion and an eye cream. I put on some eye cream, chapstick. This is me ready for bed, essentially. Wearing my shirt. I don't usually go for irony, but this is in fact an ironic shirt. I'll try to make this very quick because I don't want to stay up late editing this. While I was taking a shower, I thought that what I'd like to do is very briefly address something that's important to me that I want to talk about, but I can talk about it in a tiny fashion. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on this, just leave me comments below saying so, and I can expand on it. Also, something I haven't said yet, but I'm going to say it now is, if you are also a VEDA participant, and if you've just been watching my videos but haven't been commenting, at the very least, leave me a comment just saying, hey, I'm also doing VEDA, and that will encourage me to come to your channel and check out your vlogs. The thing that I want to talk about in this vlog is stuff doesn't have to be perfect for you to like it. Things can have problematic aspects, and it's okay for you to still like those things. Let me step back here and wait for a second while your mind is blown by that concept. Because a lot of times, especially with younger people, if something has any problems at all, you cut ties and you run. I understand that inclination, but cut it out because people aren't perfect. Now, if the thing that has problematic aspects to it, you can tell that the creator of that thing, if you can tell that they don't give a shit, that they're hurting people, then I understand. Absolutely. Cut them out, get rid of them. That is the difference between being problematic and being harmful or actually offensive. I don't buy for that. And there are some things that are problematic that get no forgiveness from me. Like rape gets no forgiveness from me, murder gets no forgiveness from me. Really, sexual assault and abuse, certainly child abuse of any sort, none of those things I have any forgiveness for. Zero forgiveness for those things. But in general, things like systemic sexism, racism, ableism, homophobia, none of that is good. It's all bad. It should all get stamped out. But if somebody has created something which contains an element of that, and you can tell that it was done with ignorance rather than out of malice, then it's okay for you to like that thing. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because I just reviewed Guardians of the Galaxy. So Guardians of the Galaxy, I still, a couple days after having watched it, I still really like that movie. I think that movie is great. There's a lot of fun stuff in it, a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of potential for more things in that franchise down the road. Since I've seen the movie, I've finally allowed myself to go into the spoiler-full critiques and reviews and call-outs of the problems in that movie. Some of the things that I agree with are that the treatment of people with prosthetics was crappy. I realized the point was that to show the character who was mistreating people with prosthetics is a willfully ignorant jackass. That is the point of why they're doing that. The asshole who was taking advantage of the people's prosthetics could have done things to show that they were an asshole that did not include that. And yet the writers involved chose to do such. There's a female character in the movie who's essentially just used as a sex object and then thrown aside. Almost literally. Not cool. Not okay. Not acceptable. One of the main characters, Gamora, another female character, is labeled with a slur that makes zero sense within the context of the story. It wasn't appropriate to paint a picture of the character. It was just thrown in there for no good reason. Also not okay. That shit sucks. Just off the top of my head, those are 3 of the big problems looking back on it that I found in Guardians of the Galaxy. Does that mean that I'm never going to watch Guardians of the Galaxy again? No. What it means is that I am taking a critical eye to this thing that I like, and I'm seeing the parts of the movie that I don't want to have happen again. So if I were to create a movie of my own, or if someone were to ask me, hey, Paul, what can be done to improve things for Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Because there is a sequel happening. I can actually use my critical analysis of the first movie and say things like, well, don't treat people with prosthetics like objects to be used and then made fun of. Don't treat women as sex objects to be used and tossed aside. Don't slut shame your main character. What? Those are my notes to you, James Gunn, for Guardians of the Galaxy #2. Recognizing these problems in Guardians of the Galaxy has made it drop from being one of the top Marvel movies, my favorites, down a little bit lower on the rankings. So now I can actually, like a vlogger, ask you a question at the end of my video. Isn't that great? Do you agree with me or disagree with me that you can like things that have problematic aspects to them? Is there a line that cannot be crossed for you, as there is a line for me? Also leave me any questions or suggestions. If nothing else, tell me something that matters to you, because I want to know what matters to you. If you liked this long after midnight shot vlog of mine, I'm so tired, everybody. If you like this vlog, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe below. And hopefully I will get a little bit of sleep and then shoot a vlog during daylight hours tomorrow. That would be nice. Like later today, technically. Whew. All right, I'm done. As always, thanks for watching.